Wake Up with Jim and Sab is exclusively on Spotify.
If you want to start your own podcast, check out anchor.fm.
And if you want to be notified when we have new episodes, click the follow button on Spotify. If I slow down, welcome to the Jim and Sab podcast. We're Jim and Sab, and this is the podcast episode where we talk about friendship green flags.
Ano yun?
You know where we always talk about like signs that you're in a toxic relationship, signs that you should leave your friend. Like, how about we look at the good side of things for a change? So yun nga, we're very aware of mga toxic red flag loose, but this time we want to talk about green flags in friendships, right? Because you want to know if your friend's a keeper, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read a list. Okay? I didn't write this.
Okay.
We will, at the usual namin ni Jim na, just reading off a list and we will say, hindi kaya! Or, oo nga. So, okay. So Jim, agree or disagree?
Okay.
Sa mga ano. Okay? Number 1, you don't have to talk or hang out with each other all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
And pero kulang yun.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk to each other all the time, but when you do, it feels like no connection was
time
lost.
has passed.
No time has passed.
Yeah, that's true.
Sobrang incomplete naman nun.
Eh, the headline nga lang, ibabasahin ko pa lang eh. So even if you haven't seen each other in a while, you're able to pick up right where you both left off. Ayun na, see?
Okay.
Hintay lang tayo ng konti, di ba? Red flag. Can't wait, charot. But, where you both left off na parang walang time na lumipas. Sakto. Low maintenance friendships without high expectations and an understanding that life can get busy. I have a lot of friendships. I think all my friendships are like this. It's very nice and but ako rin, I also, especially ngayong the kids are becoming a little older na, I'm trying to make more time na. Like make more of an effort na, hey, I don't want my friends to just always understand na I'm a busy mom and parang I also want them to feel na I value them and I want to give them my time. So, yeah, wala lang. Just wanted to say that. Okay. Number 2, they keep your secrets. They know your deepest, darkest secrets, your trauma, your triggers, but they keep it between the two of you. Walang marites with this kind of friend. Safe space mo siya and you're free to tell them anything without the fear nakakalat ito. So, question. If you tell your friend who's married, tapos sinabi nila sa significant other nila, magalit ka ba?
I think if you have the preamble na, hey,
just between us.
Even you can't tell even your and then they do. Then I think that's it. But if you are not, but here's the thing. I think try to understand.
But not to the point na alam mong it's gonna put your friend in an awkward place.
Yeah. Like
na parang I'm cheating on my wife bro, don't tell your wife
Yeah.
Coops.
Yeah.
Isumbong na yan! Ako, ang ano ko dito ang i-add ko dito is so ito yung green flag, diba? Ang red flag is yung nagkukwento sila ng secrets ng ex-friend nila.
Oh.
Yung parang na-FO na nila.
That's a red flag.
Parang for me, kasi parang or like kung nakaaway lang nila. Tapos sisiraan nila.
Yeah.
Parang, and lalo na kung sobrang, okay lang yung parang kwento pero yung talagang share mo yung sobrang trauma nung person or something.
Yeah.
Ayun yung parang wow.
Like if it's something like heavy. Like, pero kung like sabihin mo lang na, this person chews so loud. Diba? Parang, or like utot ng utot or something. Like, okay.
Yeah. Pero yung parang, childhood nila and yung something that they that's shared with you.
That's pretty, I would get very, very uncomfortable.
I don't like that,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a friend who's done that.
Yeah.
Like a good friend,
Yeah.
But have you had someone do that to you?
Well, I know someone who does this with ex-boyfriends.
Ex-boyfriends? Like even deep,
Siguro
dark secrets?
Siguro heartbroken. So parang, they're not thinking straight. And
trying
they will
to
really
make herself feel better.
Trying talaga to like demonize him in her head or something.
Okay.
Kasi, yeah, and it's just like, man, I don't want to hear that. It makes me very uncomfortable. No?
Because ang point natin is like those things were said when
In
you were
confidence.
friends, when you were in a relationship, and like, parang respect that previous time. Yeah.
Ayun. Okay, next. Pero ako wala akong tinatago sa'yo, Jem, ha? In fairness though, okay, ito. If si Candy laging magkukwento siya sa akin, diba? And then, she'll always say na parang, okay lang, kwento mo kay Jem. And then every time like she's saying something na I feel like she's a little more hesitant. And I know na parang it's not like, it's just that most of the time it's like a girl thing.
Yeah.
So I will just say na parang, hey, like, don't worry, I won't tell Jem. And I actually don't tell you. Because it's like, whatever. And I actually respect that.
Yeah.
FYI.
And ako, I'm just, I feel like if I put myself in my, like if I had like certain friends yung before, na yun nga, who were like very, there's a reason why we're not friends anymore. Pero before, like, magkaiba talaga kami ng values. So parang I could assume, ganun sila eh, ganun yung mantra nila eh.
Ano?
Don't tell your girlfriend, don't tell your wives. Syempre, lalo na kung may kagaguhan sila. Yeah. That wouldn't work.
So that's a red flag.
Definitely.
Yeah. Siguro kaya hindi ka na nakahangout kasi alam na lang ikukwento mo lahat sa
Maybe.
Okay. Number 3, they will let you know that what you did was wrong.
They will let you know that what you did. Yes, that is very, very true.
Well, they will call you out, no? A walking green flag friend doesn't enable your wrongdoings. They won't sugarcoat things and they will tell it straight to your face. They will give you encouragement and help you improve yourself. And they tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear.
But,
caveat with love.
Yes. We talked about this recently, right?
Well, I guess hindi siya caveat kasi nga we are talking about green flags.
So, it was a malibag, right?
Yeah, kung medyo harsh siya.
Yung caveat is like,
medyo harsh is
with the
fine.
intent, parang, it's also, what we said in that previous episode was like, it's that friend's responsibility to package it nicely. Or at least care about your friend. And be a listener first. Kasi there are people na gets ko eh, may mga ganun yung, pare like, you say, hey, I'm feeling down. Pare, ganito lang.
Oh, yeah.
Like parang, shut up. That's
mindset lang yan.
Oh, yung ganun, or like, hindi, ganito kasi dapat.
I may have a tip that I think maybe I could also follow because that's a hang up of mine. I'm always like, I want to solve a problem. If you come to me with a problem, I'm like, okay, let's solve it. And I just want to say it out loud because I'm aware of it and I want to change that. So,
and because you have ADHD, natatakot ka na makalimutan mo, right?
Oh yeah, that's also part of it. But it's I just don't want it to be misconstrued. Even sa mga life coaching sessions ko in the past, sometimes when someone comes and then I'm just like, okay, let's fix it. And the thing with coaching, which kind of is
being a friend,
right? Because you're like cheering your friend on, or you're helping them. It's the best way to do it is by asking questions. Parang making them come up with the solution, right? So, kumare, if your friend was doing something you didn't like or you don't agree with, you can say na, let's say, parang may skinam siya. Parang you can be like, uy, okay lang kaya yun? Okay lang kaya yun? Hindi ba, yun? And then, based on their answer, you can just keep, maybe ask questions and then say like, parang, and then you say how you feel. Na parang, naku, parang that's, I couldn't do that kasi medyo, I don't know.
Yeah.
Tama ba?
Totally. I mean, there is, parang a, if you're looking for a coach or a trainer or something, like a workout trainer or something, and that person never asks you, like, Like, what do you like? What do you, parang what,
Oh my gosh, my trainer always asks me how many hours of sleep I
yung mga
had.
ganyan. It's simple because a bad coach, friend, trainer is someone who thinks that one solution fits all.
Yes.
So, personally, I kind of had, like, in my mid, like, when we just got, I guess, like, parang when, ano ba, like, a few years ago, before we had kids, okay? I feel like naging ganun ako sa friends natin. Like, parang, because, ang layo ng agot eh. Parang, ang layo lang ng difference ng life stage na you and I were married, and like, God, this person just started dating someone. I immediately go towards like, hindi kasi ganito.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But,
oh no, you became that guy.
hindi naman ganon. Like, I'm magaling ako mag-package. Hindi naman ako like, pare, ganito. I never did that. I would just always like, I would always listen. But my problem is, and I know some of you are like this, na you're not actually listening. You're just drafting what you're gonna say na advice. And naging ganun ako.
Yeah.
But I think it was it's through failing and it's through your own mistakes and being humbled that you learn to be a better friend.
Want more fun stuff outside our podcast? Come join our Podtron community.
You'll get access to exclusive content such as live coaching sessions, hangouts via Zoom, live podcast recordings, exclusive discounts, spontaneous live streams, and more.
Focus with me on our co-working sessions at Discord and let's be productive together.
Looking for career advice or fun recipes? Or do you just want to join on our jamming sessions with Pancho and Vito?
Took you a while.
Talagang literally nagja-jamming kami ni Pancho and Vito and we stream it live. Anyway, subscribe to jimandsaab.com for just $5 and you'll get access to all of these.
We also have a monthly life coaching session, like we said, via Zoom where I talk to pod kids and give them advice. Yes, qualified life coach yarn.
And the best thing about this whole thing is 100% of our monthly proceeds go to our chosen beneficiaries in partnership with Cerebral Palsy Epilepsy Family Awareness and Support Group PH.
They are our heroes of the month, the children with special needs and their families. And this cause is especially close to our hearts because, well, you know why. So your subscription really means a lot to us.
We hope to see you on our next hangout. Nag-enjoy ka na, nakatulong ka pa.
Yay.
Love you, thank you.
Thank you. But
Parang ganun.
I have to say, Jim is, for me personally, you are the best listener.
Really?
Yes, I always tell you. When I have like a breakdown, and you know, it just, you don't do the thing that I do where it's like, okay, let's solve it. And a way to do it, but with me, kasi I have that tendency. So I've been trying to say na, hey, do you want me to just listen or do you want me to help you move forward? And sometimes you will just ask me to listen and like kind of, you know, shut up, joke. And for you, parang, you just know, like, you know, you when you actually have the tendency, the natural tendency to be like, ano, like let's just go, let's fix it or whatever. Parang yung mode mo when you feel like I'm, you know, in need. Sobrang very deep listener ka.
Oh, wow.
As in like, you won't even talk. Like to say na, okay na, or something like that. Like, you'll just be super quiet. And then I will say, thanks for just, you know, listening.
Thank you. This is the biggest twist in the pod where Saab actually...
I have the red flag.
No. Saab is a gym apologist.
But only for me. Kasi sa ibang kaibigan natin, hindi.
Hindi ako ganun.
Hindi. Manny. Hindi. Gato ko.
Hindi, I'm not like that.
Bossy yarn?
Hindi ako ganun.
No, just kidding. But who is your go-to friend when you have like, aside from me, when you want to reassess a situation?
Marami.
Oy, mahirap yan. One friend lang daw.
Marami. Pero I think here, one thing I do want to add is like, there is the burden na if you are that friend who's always like, you know, I'm sure kasi we have a lot of pod kids who are more confrontational. And there are pod kids that who aren't as confrontational. You might have grown up in a household na mas confrontational yung family. Like, hey, kasi kuwari kami. It's always been like that. Like,
Let's talk about it.
parang walang dapat no room for no talking. Parang everything has to be a sit down. So, I've had the burden of being like that to our friends. Okay? And we've lost friends because we have both are like that. Na parang we care so much about our friends and our friendships. Na parang we always, if we feel like that the person is like doing something detrimental to them, we would find a way to tell them, right? And with that, because kami yung ganon, you will really lose friends. So here's my advice to the people who are more confrontational and always end up being the, like, magiging joke na you're the kuya of the barkada, ate of the barkada, parents of the barkada. That's part of life. But it's always good to keep assessing yourself and how you handle the situation. Kasi kami ni Saab, we're very, very honest with each other, and like, we're now again like there were mistakes we made years ago na which ended relationships. And during that time, we were hot na, no, we're right. I can't believe that this person is ending this relationship, because of this. And now that, yun nga again, kaya I keep saying it's humility and self-assessment that will lead you to, like kami, ngayon, parang, we could have done this differently. Alam mo, parang we could have said this differently. So yun lang, parang ang advice ko is always assess yourself as a friend. Keep assessing yourself na, is this really the best way I could have done it? Is this the best way I could have said these words? And also, while you're trying, know that there is an inevitable thing na you will really just lose friends.
Yeah.
That's how life, parang there is a filtering process. Life naturally will filter all your friendships. That's how life goes.
Or even if you don't lose friends, maybe you'll just make new friends that are more aligned.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Gusto ko nga rin sabihin yung, Jim, yung toxic trait natin dati.
Oh.
I think Jim and I were overly sensitive, and we were just like obsessed with our friends. Now, if there was like an out-of-town trip, we're like, saan sino punta? Like we're like a group of 7 who went to La Union. And then someone went and had lunch. Like 3 of them had lunch and didn't tell us or didn't message or whatever. And we'd be like, huh? But nag-lunch na wala tayo. We're like, grabe. Ba yan? And then like we were in such a bad mood. To be fair,
FYI naman,
it was a little rude. But it was rude rin naman kasi.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi like, I think it was like, we went together. And it was a little rude.
Humble ba tayo?
It was rude, but I think we overreacted.
Definitely.
We were like,
definitely overreacted.
Grabe.
In the moment, kasi it's like, grabe.
Disrespect. When really, we just wanted to join.
Yeah. But in really, we know na parang, they're just some friends na, like, so kakain. Especially with dudes.
I think that
kasi men talaga are stupid pagdating sa ganito. Kaya nga like kami mga boys, like hindi normal sa amin.
To check
like,
up on.
I don't know this for everyone, pero like I don't ask like Manny, like, hey man, how are, like, unless I know that he's going through something. Pero it's not like, hey, how was your lunch last night? Hindi kami ganon. Like, I mean, like, messaging, like, is so weird.
But you message memes.
Si Kyle lang. Anyway. Anything else?
So that's something not to do. That's how to lose friends.
True.
Yeah, just always remember na not everyone is like on this. They can't read your mind. You can like feel a little left out, but then you can just, when they come back, you can say, hey, blah, blah. Message mo ako next time. Sama ako or something. Because sometimes most of the time, they're also thinking na parang, baka nagpapahinga, ayoko mang-hassle or something. Which turned out to be the case. Anyway, next, number 4. They become angry on your behalf whenever someone hurts you, disrespects you, etc. Green flag? Parang I disagree. Or ikaw, gusto mo ba yun?
Paano?
They become angry on your behalf whenever someone hurts you or disrespects you.
Oh, I think that's ano.
I think it's a
okay.
flag.
It's okay.
It's
Protective.
It's
Okay lang.
okay lang. I mean,
it's not a requirement.
I guess it's not like talking about like having a perfect person as a friend.
I have a way to fix that.
Okay, what?
I think it should be a green flag is someone who balances you out.
Or
so as a let's say yan. All of my guy friends are guys that would never like say like tang ina gym. Grabe nga yun, binastos ka. They would never say that. Like Manny would never say that, you know. Because they're all chill.
Yeah.
And I think that balances me out. And I think I balance them out by saying like, hey man, no, wag. So, for parang, yeah, I would say it's more of like a good friend is someone that...
I get what you're saying. I think the way to word this better would be a friend who empathizes with you.
Oh yeah.
Right?
That's a better way to do it.
Kasi kung magagalit rin with you, I feel like it's just gonna escalate the situation and not, you know, parang gets ko yung will understand how you're feeling and will listen to you.
Yeah.
But not necessarily be like, oo nga, kaaway na natin yan. Tayong dalawa, galit na rin ako. And not even being in the situation.
But
right?
we've made the mistake rin of demanding our friends to be as angry as us. Right? At certain people. Kung may nakaaway kami ni Saab, and our friends are not as angry at that person, we kind of take it we took it personally,
I did
wrong.
that before.
Yeah.
I did that before. And then I grew up.
Yeah.
Last one. Your friendship is not just based on their convenience. So hindi sila mag-message just because may kailangan sila sa'yo, or they'll message you because they will message you because they genuinely want to ask how you are, or catch up lang talaga with no other strings attached. Yeah. I think that's definitely a very green flag. Any other specific green flag that you want to think of? What about
I think the ultimate green flag, or parang a way to really gauge if this person is like a real friend, is try imagining like a really horrible thing happening to you, and would you be comfortable calling that person in the like at 3 a.m. or whatever? And but I know no matter how much you simulate it kasi that's really kaya I have to keep saying na for me the greatest filtration system of friendships is life. It just naturally will happen.
Yeah.
Like life, the difference, the changing of life stages, the changes of in passions and just will really naturally just filter it out.
That's true. And always remember that friendship is a two-way street. So if you demand understanding, you have to also make sure that you are understanding your friends as well. Yeah.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Friendster.
Friendship Inc. Yeah. Make sure to check up on your friends, guys, especially the green flagged ones.
Bye.
Bye.
We back.
On Meta.
We back.
Join the new official group for Afterpod Kwentuhans at bit.ly/podkidsafterparty.
Also, we always love hearing what you guys think. So share your stories and tag us on Instagram at Wake Up with Jim and Saab, at Jim Bacaro, and at Saab Mangalona.